Welcome back. My name is Carrie, and today I'm going to do a little comparison of manufactured versus modular homes. This video isn't to prove that one is better than the other. Every situation is different, so it's more about helping you decide which one is better for you. There's a lot to think about when deciding on a new home, so whenever possible, you want to narrow down your search, or you'll have so many options to choose from, your head will spin. What I'm going to do is talk about the difference between manufactured and modular homes, some common misconceptions, then I'm going to finish with some pros and cons of each to hopefully give you a new perspective. To make sure we're comparing apples to apples, what I'm referring to in this video is homes from what I would consider high volume manufacturers, companies like Champion, Palm Harbor, or Fleetwood Homes. There are specialty builders doing modular homes, but for this video I'm going to stick to what I know, so let's get into it. Before we get going on this, we need to know what is a manufactured home and what is a modular home. The difference between the two is the standard they're built to. In Canada, a manufactured home is built to the Z240 standard and a modular is built to A277. Deciding whether a manufactured or modular home is right for you depends on what your plan is for the home and where it's going. In the town I live, you can put a manufactured or modular home on a city lot as long as the developer of the subdivision hasn't put a restriction saying otherwise. However, in the next town just 30 minutes away, any factory-built homes going onto a city lot within town have to be modular on a crawl space, and manufactured homes can only go in mobile home parks or approved strata developments. Some large properties within town are eligible for a secondary residence for family members. In my area, that residence has to be a manufactured home on frames, so what you're allowed to do is going to change from town to town, state to state, and province to province. Manufactured homes are built on a steel frame and typically designed to be set on blocks or piers above ground. Modulars are typically designed to be placed onto a crawl space or full basement, but here's where things get interesting and a bit confusing. You can build a crawl space for a manufactured home on steel frames, or you can order a steel frame for a modular and place it on blocks. So there's a bunch of different ways you can skin a grapefruit. The best place to start is to find out what's allowed in your area or on a specific lot, because if you can only do one or the other, that will automatically narrow down your search and the decision will be made for you. In my experience, people seem to assume that a modular is more desirable than a manufactured home. I don't agree with that. Again, we want to compare apples to apples. So if you looked at a manufactured home from one factory and compared it to a modular from another, then yes, you might see a difference in the overall quality because they're built by two different companies. That would be like trying to compare cola to Diet Cola and doing a taste test with Coke and Diet RC Cola. It doesn't make any sense. If you compared a manufactured home to a modular home with the same upgrades built by the same factory, the overall quality of the two is going to be the same, just built to different certification standards. I did an entire video on how not all manufactured home builders are created equal, and this is a perfect example of that. Factory X might build a nicer manufactured home than Factory Y's modular home, or vice versa, so I put more importance on the factory than the standard they're building to, because there are quality manufactured homes, there are quality modular homes, then there are crappy manufactured homes, and there are crappy modular homes. It has more to do with who's building the home than the certification standard is built to, because both are going to hold up over time. Even though, in my opinion, both can be a great option if they're built by a reputable factory, sometimes one does make more logical sense than the other. Let's look at a few different situations and talk about which one is going to be more logical in each situation. A no-brainer is mobile home parks. In that situation, typically what you will see is manufactured homes on frames. I say typically because that isn't always the case. My brother-in-law's brother-in-law owns a pad rent mobile home park, and every unit is a modular on a crawl space, and people love it. In every situation, there's usually 2, 3, or more ways that things can be done. What I like about a manufactured home on frames for a mobile home park is then you don't have the added cost of the crawl space. It just makes the entire purchase a little bit more affordable, which right now is on everyone's mind. Next, let's consider a property in town. What I would suggest you do in this situation is try to match what's going on in the rest of the neighborhood. So if the rest of the neighborhood is all manufactured homes on frames, that's the route I would probably go as well. If you're looking at a lot that's surrounded by site-built homes, I would probably go with a modular on a crawl space or basement because it's just going to be easier to match the rest of the look and feel of the subdivision by having it on a crawl space or basement instead of blocks. I can give you an example of building to your surroundings on a lot we just purchased in town. It's 0.39 of an acre and actually backs onto a mobile home park. So when we put in a 1,560 square foot manufactured home, it isn't going to look out of place at all. It's going to fit with the rest of the neighborhood. With that being said, when you're working in town, the city bylaws are probably going to make a lot of the decisions for you. So in my area, I can do manufactured homes in town, but they have to be 18 feet wide. I can't put a 14 wide on any old city lot. When you're working in town and deciding between manufactured homes or modular, I would suggest going with whatever fits the neighborhood you're looking at. For rural properties or a cottage by the lake, if you're allowed to do either, I would suggest going with whatever you prefer that fits your budget. If you want to double your floor space, a modular on a basement might make the most sense. However, if you're by the lake and there's a higher water table, being above ground in a manufactured home on blocks might make more sense. It's going to be different in every situation. In my experience, manufactured and modular homes are both great options. Usually people have their mind made up which way they want to go before they even get to my office. It doesn't matter to me which one people want as long as they have all the information they need to make a decision that's right for them. Here are a few key pros for both options in case you're still on the fence and don't know which option is going to be right for you. Manufactured homes are usually more affordable, and right now, that's more important than ever. If you looked at two identical manufactured and modular homes, the price of the structure isn't going to be that different. It's the added costs that go along with a modular home. The two biggest added costs to keep in mind for modular homes is the crawl space or basement and the crane to lift the home onto the crawl space or basement. With manufactured homes, those costs aren't involved. One of the biggest pros for modular homes, and it comes with that added cost, is the foundation. So even having a 4-foot crawl space is great because you've got all that extra storage. It sits lower to the ground, which can be aesthetically pleasing. And if you're a senior and want to eliminate all stairs, you're going to have one step or a half a step up into your house instead of like 3 or 4 for a manufactured home. Manufactured and modular homes are a great option. Which is going to be the best option for you depends entirely on your own situation. For me, I personally like manufactured homes better because I live in an area where prices are completely ridiculous, so they give me a way to offer people a more affordable option. It doesn't mean they're better, it's just my own opinion based on my market. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured and modular home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.